Okay, but we have to remember, Kraka has no elemental disadvantage with Shatter. Shatter is a very strong skill. You have to say that. Shatter's strong. The third skill is a revive, and then reduces
They
the
should
cooldown.
just change the third skill.
Right, what are they gonna change it? Right now it's a revive with invincibility,
I have a
reducing
really
attack.
good idea.
Okay, go ahead.
The third skill should synergize with her second skill. It should strip and give your teammates defense buff.
No,
Sounds like
this guy's
Laura.
just talking about Laura.
This
Laura's-
motherfucker's memeing.
Laura.
We're like trying to five-hit think right here. This guy's fucking memeing with Laura. This fucker. Hello everybody. Welcome back to another podcast. As you can see today, we got a different mix. I don't think we've ever had this mix together before. We have Obabo, we have Thompson once again, we have Stoic, and we have Lucky Madman in the middle. You know, lately Thompson hasn't been in the middle. Yeah, I don't know what the algorithm is for Discord,
There's
but
a reason for people wanting to be in the middle today.
Yeah.
Because I was on Obabo's stream and everybody wants to watch me and Obabo do like a best out of 3, and we sub to you or whoever loses.
wait, what? Say that again? Wait, what?
It's
You
like
made that
say it in
the
Chinese
penalty?
or say it in another language. What do you mean say it again?
No, I missed it. I missed it. I missed it.
Oh.
I didn't catch it. It's like one of those things, you know, when you're in school and then like teacher
Oh, yeah,
says
yeah,
something, you're
I
like,
got
yeah, and then it just goes right through, and you're like, okay, I
对对
missed
对
it.
他们要我们打那个
啊
1打1，然后来4个人给你 sub。 Yeah, do you want me to say it again in a different language?
Hakao shumai.
I got it the
Okay,
first
that's all I got.
Okay.
Ni hao. Thompson louder? Yeah, I'll turn Thompson louder. Yeah, so I'm gonna turn you louder, Thompson. So like, don't scream.
I have a question though.
Okay, sure. What's your question?
Turn up for what?
Okay, all right, relax. You need to relax, sir. You need to relax. All right, let's go into today's topic. Thank you guys for joining me again. We've been having some pretty good podcasts. Yeah, I like it. You know, sometimes, you know, when things are not too crazy in Summoners War, right, there's not a lot of hype things. It's nice to be able to have different people and, you know, sometimes talk about the same topics and, you know, branch out on those various topics. So it's very nice to have this group here today. Yeah, thank you guys making
I
some
feel
time
really
to join us.
stupid right now because the hints Com2uS is trying to show me. I feel like if I put all my money on like Hellhounds or something, I'm gonna get it wrong. I feel really stupid. Am I the only one not getting the monster?
I think it's Hellhounds, right? I think there's been a lot of they've been showing a lot of Second Awaken like hints, but I've been telling my stream this. As hype as they're trying to make it with the hints, it's not hyping me up. I only care about the skills. I don't even care if you give me Hellhounds or not.
Agreed.
You could say anything. You could say whatever threes, but I care more about the skills, right? Like I gave people an example.
texted some plugs I have from Com2uS. I was like, hey, how come only all the Europeans get all the hints, man? Show some
You know what
love
would be an even
to
better hint, though?
global.
Is if they gave you the change or the addition to the skill. Like, so they can't give the whole skill.
Yes.
Because if they gave the whole skill, then be like, oh, we got to go search whose skill that is. But if they just did the added effect with like strips on whatever or attack bar pushback on, and you know, just like in addition, like they'd be like, ooh.
Yeah, they put like an image and
Don't
then they
listen to Stoic. Stoic
What?
has deep plugs in Com2uS, and
He's got the
knows
hookups?
all the Second Awakening.
Dude.
Like when I talk to Stoic, he's always smirking at me. I'm like, what do you know that I don't know? He's like, oh, don't worry about it, but I can't talk about it. I'm
Dude,
like, whoa.
I feel like everybody knows things that and I don't know it. I'm just like, what the heck?
Yeah,
man?
that's
What the
That's
heck,
true. That's
dude?
how I feel. I'm like,
That's like-
what's all this new information?
Hey, Stoic, do you feel like that?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, liar. No, you're not the
That's
fifth.
liar.
Bobble is European, right? So
Yeah, he's European and Lucky's from
Yeah,
Australia.
he's
You can't
not-
plead the
not
fifth
all
here,
the
sir. Anyways, I'm pretty excited for the Second Awakened units, nonetheless. But yeah, I like the skills.
Yeah.
You know, I know they're trying to like sneak preview it, maybe share it with some of the content creators from all around the world and get it hyped up, right? I understand that. That's cool. I think that's a great idea. But I think that idea that Stoic just said, maybe give us some images, maybe put some color as well as let us know maybe what additional things we can see, and then we'll be like, oh, okay, what unit would that be on? Like that would be crazy. Yeah, being able to speculate that. Don't give us everything, but give us maybe like a couple. That'd be kind of cool. So I know they're still
No,
trying
give
to
us
start doing
everything.
that. So we'll see. What do you say, Bubble?
Give us everything.
Oh, you just want everything at one
They gave
time.
Europe everything, man. They gave global nothing.
They
Do you reckon?
you're right.
do you
You're
reckon?
right.
You reckon there's still more to come? More hints? Maybe we just got images now, but there might be skills drops later.
Yeah, there's gonna be a poem. There's always a poem, right? Yeah. In the darkness.
Definitely.
Well, blah blah blah
I
blah.
never get it right.
I love those poems actually though. It was that was actually some nice teasers. The poems with the skill and then the trailer release. That was pretty hype for the Dark Vampire Lord. I did enjoy that though when they did that. Right, let's go ahead and move into our actual topic number 1 today here. Topic number one today is I want to talk a little bit about Tours of America. Yeah, Com2uS is Tours of America, or TOA for short, of 2019. This Tours of America wasn't actually just region locked to Americas though. They had like meetups and whatnot throughout the world. Yeah, throughout the world. I think they had meetups in like Vancouver and also like Brazil and a couple other places. So what are you guys' thoughts on these meetups, and how do you guys think it went this year? Do you guys think they should do it next year? Where do you want to see it done next year? And there's a lot of things that we could talk about from here. Yep.
Was there a meetup where it did not sell out, or did every single one of them sell out?
True. As what I'm aware of, everything sold out, and there was a waiting list for every meetup. Yeah.
Every single one.
hmm
So was it a good thing? Yeah, I think it was definitely a good, positive thing.
True, but I think they
Definitely.
do sell out though. Maybe you have. I mean, as much as I'd like to say, okay, it was great and it worked well, they did sell out because, let's be real, it's free. Free food, free stuff, Summoners War, being in a room full of nerds for free. I mean, bro, sign me up 10 times for anything like that in the future, bro. Right?
Definitely.
But I think it would have been a sign if we saw like if it didn't sell out. I'm just gonna say Chicago. If Chicago didn't sell out, they would have been like, all right, so we did well over here, but Chicago, like, was that just a bad location, or were we just not hyped for Summoners War in Central America?
Right. Obabo, did they have a meetup around your area? Did you go to a meetup or something like that, or no? I heard they
Yeah, I
had
was
meetups.
at one. They had one in Sweden actually.
Okay, I see.
So
I
it was in Stockholm.
see. I don't
and
think that one was the
weekend.
U.S. office though, right? That was the EU office that set that one up, right?
Yeah, that was the office.
I see. How was that? Like, what did you guys do in that one? Like, just want to hear.
That was nice.
Yeah.
It was fun meeting BT and everyone.
Oh wait, BT went there?
Yeah, BT was there. Cause like me and BT, Taki, and then some other players like Byunja, we had like a show match for the King of Sweden and the Korean president for some reason.
What?
And then we
Wait,
had, like,
really?
a
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we
was
did.
Sweden versus Korea, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, for the actual like president of?
yeah, it was. It was pretty weird, to say the least.
And
But it was fun.
guess who won?
Yes, like Team
Who
Sweden won all matches against.
Wow, that's crazy though. I actually didn't hear about that. How come I didn't hear about that? Huh. Wait, is that they during the SWC finals they showed some trailers, and there was like some high exec looking people like watching a match. Was that where that was from then? That must be
Yeah, I
then.
think that was the one.
Yeah, they showed some clips of that, and I was like, yo, where did they do that, man? These are like the execs like watching the match or
You
something.
heard that, Obabo? Brian is shocked that EU beat Korean.
I never said that.
Like, that's
Where-
crazy.
When did I even hint towards that? I didn't even say that, bro.
You said that's crazy.
No, that's crazy. The event and that
I
they had
know.
people
I'm just
spectating.
joking, Brian.
You're
I'm twisting
Giggling.
your word.
I know. Okay, no, I didn't. All right. So yeah, I think the meetups are really cool. What about you, Lucky? I think in Australia, did they do any meetups there or anything like that?
No, they didn't do any meetups over here, unfortunately. So
Okay.
yeah,
I also
it was
heard
all
that you
kind of-
were trying to plan something then, since they didn't do anything.
I am. I've been organising my own meetups over here. So I've been holding one every 6 months in Melbourne. For next year, I'm planning on holding them in different states as well. So I'll be travelling across Australia, probably through to Sydney and Brisbane at the moment for next year, and then seeing how much of an impact that has and see how big the community is over here.
That's awesome, dude.
The idea.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that. I think Com2uS is really trying to do these meetups, in different locations, hotspots, I guess you can say, to bring people together, as well as try to motivate people to continue doing meetups. I do meetups here in Hawaii as well, because
Exactly.
they'll probably never have a meetup here in Hawaii. But I think they should do one in Australia. But props to you for setting that up, man.
Yeah.
If you guys want more information, I'm definitely going to put their links to their Twitch channels. And if you have a link to it as well, you can post it on my Discord, and we'll pin it up.
Post them in Discord again,
Yeah.
no worries.
So if you guys are in Australia and you guys are curious on the progression for these meetups, Lucky will give you guys all the info as he sets them up.
Definitely,
That should be good fun. All right, so there is one more meetup coming up, which is going to be in Orlando. It's going to be on December 14th. Yeah, and I think Thompson's going to be there. I'm gonna be there. I don't know. Stoic's gonna be there. Right, a couple of us are gonna be at that meetup, and I think it's gonna be great. It's their last meetup of the year to sum up the Tours of America, as well as they're doing something really special. They're teaming up with Toys for Tots. Yeah, which is an organization that takes in toys and gives it to kids that can't get Christmas presents. So hopefully if you guys are coming to the Orlando meetup and you guys are watching this, bring some unwrapped toys to give away. I think they're also doing some raffles. Yeah, where you can win some things as well. What are you guys' thoughts on Com2uS here teaming up with these other organizations? I think this is kind of interesting, no?
3 snow globes.
Oh yeah, that's right. You could win
They-
one of 3
oh.
snow globes. There's only like 100 in the world, so
Not 1, not 2, but
Yeah.
at least
Rare.
yeah,
Rare.
they're
probably
quite
more.
rare. They're actually quite rare.
Yeah, they're limited in quantity.
Yeah. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Com2uS teaming up with these this organization Toy for Tots? Your thoughts on it? And
I'd like to see them do more, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I think Toys for Tots is a great one, but like, I don't see why they can't do small events and like, Create a Wish Foundation. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
just small things like here and there, because I think any exposure is great exposure, and like, who knows who's tuning into these and supporting these things at the same time.
any other thoughts?
I think
on
it's
it?
I think it's a great initiative. I mean, you know, you got to start somewhere. They've only just recently started holding these tours. They started getting their name and brand out there a bit more with the community. So I think it's a good idea that they're actually now moving into charity, like helping out charities as well. So it is a good start, and hopefully they do more of it in the future as well.
Yeah. I don't know what the implications are of it, the logistics side, but I would really love to see them. Hey guys, we're selling this $10 pack. All proceeds or half proceeds are going to be going to, you know, a charity if you guys buy it.
Yep.
And it could be a small pack, like, you know, like that Halloween pack that was $10 for the mount and the ride with the pumpkin and the ghost and then like a devil wand. If they did something like that, I think that'd be lit. And I think that would be a nice test for them to see how receptive the community is to purchasing those types of packs, as well as, you know, having that cause behind them as well. Yeah, so that would be big. But I don't know the legal side. I don't know the legal side to it, right? There's definitely legal logistics to it as well to be able to set something like that up, right?
I think Blizzard actually did something just like that. Blizzard World of Warcraft. So I think they did like a pet that you can get in the game, but if you bought the pet, it was directly for some sort of foundation. I forget what foundation it was, but they did exactly that.
That would be so
Yeah.
cool, dude.
It would be really nice if they did like a pack that would like help people who fall into gambling, kind of.
Okay, all right, you lost us, dude. You lost.
Irony.
It's like I'm gonna donate to myself. I'm a part of that group. That'd be hilarious. I mean, I said $10 packs, but dude, I would say even if they did like a $50 pack, $100 pack, I mean, people would donate, man. Yeah, people are very generous in the gacha community, especially in the Summoner community. And if it's a bigger cause, it's just more of a reason for them to donate and want to buy those packs. Yeah. So yeah, I'm super excited. This Tours of America, I think, in my perspective, because I went to a decent amount. I went to Texas, right? Orlando's coming up. I went to the New York one, right? There's a bunch. San Diego, right? Wait, San Diego, at the LA one, LA meetup. So it was very successful, I think, this year. So hopefully, you know, Com2uS and the higher ups saw that as very successful, and they continue to do it, because I know these aren't cheap, right? I mean, these are free events, like I said. People come, they get free food, you get free prizes, everybody gets like a goodie bag, right? You hang out at the venue, you don't think about all these costs, but it's expensive. So I hope they find value in it and they continue to do more of these in more places in the world, for some of you guys that live in other places as well, yeah, to be able to attend to. Yeah, that'd be really nice.
I think it's really important that they do kind of events like these, because if you think about it, when they do live events, what did we have before Tour of Americas? We had SWC at the end of the year. So
And
it's
cups,
like,
cups.
is that it?
Cups.
Every
that's it.
year we just wait for I was gonna say America's Cup, but SWC, like every year we just wait for that. But if they have these filler things, you know, all these meetups leading up to it, people stay hyped for Summoner's War. People still play it. People still engulf themselves in the community. So the more, the better, honestly.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, some people are also saying maybe have like little smaller tournaments, right? You know, like in like, you know, sports and stuff, they have the big majors and then they have like the little league tournaments, right? Like do like a cup. You know how there's LA Cup and EU Cup? Like do a smaller cup and make that the whole thing, right? Towards the beginning of the year. Right? I know there's a lot of planning that has to come into that, right? Because they spend the first 2 quarters of the year planning for these big events while doing Tours of America. So it's hard to have things going on all the time. It's a lot harder than you guys expect to plan these things out, yeah, and make them run seamlessly and smoothly, right? So yeah, looking forward to more of these in the future. I think we can all come to an agreement that these meetups were really, really successful. I really like Com2uS to team up more. But let's see how this Toy for Tots goes. Yeah, I hope it is very successful, and a lot of people that come to Orlando really bring those toys to give away. I think it's a great cause. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and hop over to topic number 2. Yeah, topic number 2 here is what aspect of the game do you enjoy the most and the least right now, and why? You can definitely elaborate, and this could branch out and go on tangents. It's totally fine. Yeah, take it away, anybody.
I hate Siege. Just straight up, I hate Siege with passion. But I feel like that's just that you know, it's Guild Wars all over again. Just lots of vile procs, and when one thing doesn't go your way, it rains and it pours, and I hate that. I hate that so much. That's about it for me. I think that's it. Just I hate Siege.
Okay.
And
It's-
Lab's a little bit on the boring side, but I think Lab's great for anybody who really likes that TOA aspect where you have to think about your matches and play Lab. But I'm not a big fan of it. I really just RTA, and maybe eventually down the line when I get more units for Arena, I might do Arena. But
What's
I-
your most
I hate
favorite then?
Siege.
Since those are your
Oh,
least favorite
RTA.
things.
Honestly, I love
Yeah.
farming because I love trying to get new stuff for my units. So like, I'll never stray away from farming. I'm always farming, but I love RTA.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I
Yeah, I
go
would say
through phases. Oh, sorry. About you first.
Yeah, I would say that RTA like fits both. Like it's the thing that I enjoy the most, and also the thing that I don't really enjoy.
Okay, that makes sense.
He loves
Like,
Anchorus and
Because
Diana.
it's the place where you can't like control. You can't control the outcome as much as in every other content,
Hmm,
especially in this meta.
true.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm just thinking that the past was better in RTA. Well, it wasn't, but I'm not sure.
The past was better. You're saying
Like the past metas. And,
so you're
Oh,
saying the
well.
grass is always greener no matter how many times you hop the fence. Your previous grass and your future grass is always greener. It's fair. It's fair. It's definitely fair. Yeah, it's stagnated a little bit, right? With the metas. That's how it is. It stagnates every year. But the meta,
Exactly.
I'm still firm with my answer that the meta has changed year to year, right? What's meta and what's changed has been changing year to year. So hopefully, new change coming up in the 2020. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Lucky. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. I go through phases myself. I go through phases where I enjoy Siege or Guild War content more, and I take a step back from RTA because RTA is tilting me, and then I'll eventually go back to it towards the end of the season. So, like, I'm currently at that point where I'm kind of shifting away from focusing on Guild content and going back into RTA. But I think it also helps depending on the community you're around as well. Like, for example, our guild, I think we finished lab in like 2 days at the moment, like
wow.
triple S or whatever.
Wow.
Just because everyone does it, so it makes it a bit easier. But yeah, I think with this RTA meta, it can be quite frustrating because there's a lot of games where it is just the results based on RNG compared to older meta. And I guess that's the main frustration part of it. And it just makes you want to just step away from the game before you want to throw your phone. So I don't know, that's how I feel personally about it sometimes.
It's true. That's true. Definitely when you set up and you're in RTA and you're making all the right moves, the right pick and bans, and you just get luck sacked, it does suck. It does suck. But it's excitement as well, man. It's the entertainment value as well. That's a part of it for sure. All right. What about you, Thompson? What do you enjoy the most, and what do you enjoy the least?
I've actually been really enjoying RTA a lot. Like, if you stop using Gani and Hathor, it's not that boring anymore. Like, it's pretty fun. I haven't been using Gani Hathor. I mean, together, or I haven't been using Hathor, and it's been pretty fun.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Nephthys and Gianna, and
Yeah,
Buffy,
I got that. It's just like Hathor's so strong.
I'm sorry.
If you don't use Nephthys Gianna, it's kind of like using Gani Hathor is, they're pretty OP as well.
Hey, you don't think I know, but I've been watching, man. Hey, what's that? What's all about that Libly action in there, bro? You trying to?
Oh
mess around
man,
with
it's so
Libly?
fun, man. I just
Yeah?
like do
Tell me
whatever
about
I
that.
want right now.
Yeah, I see
Really.
you drafted Libly in there. I mean, getting your ass handed to you, but drafted in Libly nonetheless.
Hey, I feel like he has like a 70% win rate right now.
Yeah, really? Huh?
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
But
what's your overall
I love
rate?
this game. No matter like how much it tilts me or whatever, like either it's like Siege or like Labyrinth or RTA, I have a lot of fun playing it. And I used to hate I used to hate doing farming for ancient grinds, and recently I've been getting a lot of good ones.
Okay.
So I think it's starting to pay off,
That's result based,
Yeah.
but all right.
right? Are you guys starting to get good ones?
And I think
like
they
I know.
made it better, right? Like a couple patches ago, but you're just getting a lucky streak,
Yeah.
probably. You're getting a nice lucky streak.
No,
That's what it is.
do you guys have any good ancient grinds? I'm not talking about. It's not like 30 speed or good, right? Like
Oh, you mean
best
runes,
ancient
runes,
grind
ancient
has 0
runes.
speed on there.
You're talking about ancient runes, right?
Ancient runes, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
ancient
ancient
runes
runes.
are grind.
Oh yeah. I don't have any yet. I have an OK slot 6. That's it. Some people have some nutty ones though.
I
Yes.
saw yours. Yours is like 28 speed, slot 6.
Mine? Not mine.
Yeah,
Not mine. No,
grinded.
that's not me.
Like,
Not me. Not me. That's not me.
no?
No, not me.
Okay.
I wish.
So,
I wish.
what do you like? How about you, Brian? How about you?
What my favorite? The thing I enjoy the most about the game right now is definitely the community, man. It's still the community for me. Like all the aspects of the game are kind of like
what you hate the most.
what I hate the most.
Yeah.
Labyrinth. I don't really like Labyrinth right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't like Labyrinth, and I feel like I hate it more because I know I'm letting my guild down oftentimes. Because I know we're a little bit more casual, but I hate it more because I know I don't like it and I don't do it, and I'm letting the guild down when I miss it and I don't do it, and that's what makes me hate it even more. You know.
I feel like that for Siege.
Yeah, that's a little bit more time based as well, right? Because when things open up, so it's a lot harder to you know, synergize that, but. Yeah, it's these contents in the game where I'm just being lazy. So it's a personal thing, you know what I mean? Like I'm being lazy, so that's why I'm not enjoying it, you know? But
And the only time you do it is to get that immemorial grind, right?
yeah, you gotta get that.
Yeah.
Or the boxes. Let's be real, the best boxes are the lab boxes, true or false. I think it drops some of the best
Oh,
stuff.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Maybe
man.
if Siege had different rewards like lab rewards, maybe I'd do Siege.
Yeah, Siege rewards definitely need a little revamp for sure. But you have to keep in mind it does happen a little bit more often, right? It does happen a little bit more often.
Does
times a
the
year.
box give immemorial
Yes.
grind?
Yeah.
But it's
The
really
Labyrinth.
rare, right?
In Labyrinth, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
not
it's
in
very
Siege.
rare.
Oh, if
Not
they
in
give it
Siege,
for Siege,
never in
oh,
Siege.
they should give it
Yeah,
in
they
Siege.
should do it for Siege.
They should
Yeah,
give it in Siege.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. That would help out players. Yeah.
Mhm.
They should give that in Siege for sure. I think something that would revamp the spark and make people more interested in like the guild content is kind of entice us more to be more competitive with one another. I don't know what that you know catalyst is. Ooh, good word. That catalyst is to you know spark that, but that's something there to make guilds more competitive with one another. Like I want to be the best because this is what I'm gonna get. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be able to flex my name, or our guild's gonna be highlighted or something like that, right? To be shown off, and that would definitely
know what?
spark it up again.
Something just like what Tom said. So Thompson speaks in chat
Yeah.
right now. He gets a little gold thing next to his name. Or
There
yeah,
you go.
gold. I'm pretty sure it's gold. So imagine if they did do it so weekly. Let's say the previous week, whoever had rank 1 Siege, rank 2, rank 3. What if they had something different? So when they say something in chat, you'd be like, oh, rank 1 guild, rank 2 guild, rank 3 guild, and whatever. And then it changes the following week. So that's going to make guilds, not make guilds want to do that, but it's going to show that little bit of something. Instead of trying super hard to get rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, and you know, you're not really getting anything for it. But you know what? There's that little bit of something that just says you're better than someone else.
I got it. There is a drop reward for the guild. It's a guild. It's going to be a guild resource, right? And it's going to be based upon your finish in maybe guild content or guild contribution. I don't know what they want to do it on, right? And this resource will allow you to buy those things to upgrade your name or whatever it is if you're in the guild. I think that'd be interesting, right? Like, and if you have enough points, you buy it. It's 10, 50, 100, and that means you have to be like number 1 X amount of times or collect X amount of resources to have those for your guild members. I think that might be interesting, right? Something like that.
Sometimes it's the small things that'll make you push. You know, you never know because it just says that. You say something in chat, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, it's that guy!" Like, "Oh, he's in that guild." Like, everybody listen to what he has to say, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's the small things that sometimes matter.
Yeah, and as much as we have a community here on YouTube and Twitch, there's a lot of communities that are just live in-game chatting. Like I see so many communities like Channel 101, like all these different channels where they know each other because they're always there chatting, right? So getting that would definitely be of interest to those communities out there that are often hanging out in those different chat rooms. I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah. All right, those are some interesting aspects and what do you guys enjoy and don't enjoy. You know, I want to bring this up a little bit more and talk about it a little bit more in the future so we can kind of really convey to Com2uS what we like and we don't like. And then maybe they can look to improving those, right? And maybe entice us a little bit more and make it more enjoyable for various reasons, right? Why, what are you laughing? What are you laughing at?
I'm thinking in my head, I like RTA, I don't like Siege.
It's true. So maybe they'll do something to it, man. They'll entice you more somehow, some way. Yeah, make you competitive. Because I know you and the entire guild, you guys are very competitive. Yeah, stay swag. You guys are very competitive. So yeah. All right, let's move on to topic number 3. Yeah, topic number 3. It's gonna be a little bit interesting. Yeah, we got different kind of questions going on today. I know everybody here streams, right? Everybody here streams, and Thompson lately has been streaming. Yeah. But I'm gonna just go ahead and say something. People that are consistent streamers don't go to other people's streams and have their stream tell them that they're consistent streamers. I'm just saying. But
I didn't say that. They just try to say facts.
Consistent streamers don't say they're consistent streamers. Yeah,
I'm innocent.
People that do good deeds.
Bystander.
People that do good deeds don't say they do good deeds. But okay, I'm just saying. But I've seen you stream. Yeah. What aspect of streaming do you enjoy the most? Yeah, let's talk about a little bit about streaming. That's something we haven't really touched on too much on the podcast, right? And everybody here has streamed a decent amount. So, what aspects do you enjoy? Any other questions you want to throw out to the table here about streaming? Go ahead.
I think Summoners War community is one of the most least toxic community. So it was really fun to stream in the first place for me. There's not much trolling going on or whatever, and not everyone slept with my mom, you know. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I like streaming. The people make it
True.
really fun to stream. You know, once the people gets toxic or it's boring for me to stream, I will not stream anymore. Yeah.
100%. You're right. It really is the community,
Yeah.
and that's what I think a lot of people,
I don't care.
not a lot of people, but I mean a lot of people like stream for. You know, you're right. Like this is a very non-toxic community. We're based off of GZ. You pull a Nat 5, and the automatic thing that pops in chat's grats. So it's like, how's that for a community? You don't see people playing Fortnite. You get a win, and they're like, "Oh, grats on your win." No one cares. They don't like you because you won. But like, you pull something nice, you're gonna get a GZ for it. Maybe you're gonna get some of the toxic people out there don't want you getting LD Nat 5s and whatnot.
Your
But I mean,
Nat
they're
5
based off of
rates,
this.
your Nat 5 rates will go up when you GZ in chat because the game says so.
Oh, you know this? Is this more information that I don't know from Com2uS that everybody
No,
else knows? Okay.
During the
good to
loading
know.
screen, it says make sure you congratulate someone when you see something. You know?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
True. I didn't think about that. Okay. Yeah, some more bro
yeah,
science.
reading is fundamental, Brian. Come on, man.
Dude, more bro science. Yeah, that's what I like to call it. Good. More bro science to add to the list. Good. Great. What about you, Lucky?
I think same thing. Community. If the community wasn't as good in Summoners War, a lot of us wouldn't be streaming the game. I think we are spoilt for the community that Summoners War has. Everyone's friendly. Everyone's trying to help each other. Everyone tries to give advice, whether it be the right advice or not. You know, everyone's trying to help each other get better. But no, it's good. I mean, entering a game like Summoners War, it is quite a comfortable environment to start streaming. Like, I found it pretty easy to get into it, and it keeps me wanting to come back and do more streams because of the people that are always there. That's how I feel about it. I think it's one of the best communities going on in Twitch, to be fair.
I also have an ulterior motive for streaming, just
Yeah.
to prove Brian wrong and everybody else that says
what-
I'm not a consistent streamer.
Okay, so what's your so that's your goal is just to be considered a consistent streamer?
Just
so
to hear it come out of your lips that I'm proud of you. You're consistently streaming.
Yeah, in the last week. That's it. Let me just add that stipulation. Consistently streaming the last week. No, but you've been consistently here on the podcast, so I mean that's true, right? You're here.
That's right.
But when you make a real schedule, then we'll consider you a real consistent streamer. They're like, oh, okay, this time once a week. At least if it's once a week, but you're like this time, so everybody knows, right? That's what people want. People want that reliability, that consistency.
Brian.
Yeah. But
Thank
it's good
you
to see you
for-
streaming, man. We've definitely been
hate
trying
you
to.
more now.
We've been definitely trying to motivate more people to stream. You know what I mean? To kind of grow the community and whatnot. It's really nice. All right. The more we stream, the more we help each other. I think the bigger the community get, and everybody will benefit from it. Right? It's gonna bring more people to Twitch. It's gonna bring more people to the game. So I think overall it's gonna be really awesome. Honestly. Yeah. What about you, Bubble?
Like, I would say the same as well, that the community is really nice. But one of the things that I enjoy about streaming as well is that, like, I get to share my pain. Like, that's the
True.
best part. Because thing is, if I do like RTA on my own, like in my bed or whatever, then I just harness all the like toxicity from all the matches, and I'm just like really mad the whole day. Like being on
True.
stream and like doing it with people is way better. Because then I just let it out, and then it's over.
Right, you
And I
want to
can
just be
laugh
like,
about it.
you just want to be like, look, see, I'm not trolling, yeah, because you tell people all the time,
Yeah,
you get
exactly.
luck sacked, right? But you're like, look at those last 10 wings right there, man. I just got like completely luck sacked. Yeah, this sucks, dude. Yeah, that makes
I can
sense.
totally
like-
relate to that. I think I only do my RTA wings live because it justifies my rank at the moment.
That's
You
fair.
can see how bad my RNG is.
Yeah.
I agree. I think I don't do RTA outside of streaming at the moment, to be honest. I might do 1 or 2 wings just so I don't decay, but it motivates me to do RTA if I'm streaming because I'll sit there and I can't just see myself constantly refilling dragons on stream. I have to do something else, so it'll make me click on that, start battle button on RTA all the time. So yeah.
You know what's weird? Because I don't really tilt too much when I RTA. You guys watch me, even in tournaments or whatever, I don't tilt too much. But I tilt the most when I'm upgrading runes. I'm like, are you
That's so
serious again? Like, I tilt so hard when I'm upgrading runes.
But those are great moments, though. Like, what a better time to upgrade a rune than on stream. I mean, yeah, it sucks to see something go south, but like, you see the 2 rolls into speed, maybe
It's
a
like
3rd
90%
roll
of
into
the
speed,
time it goes
and now
south.
you're live, and you're like, this could be a quad roll into speed. So what better to share this than with the people that want to watch you? So
That
I
has
think
never
Rolling
happened.
Runes is definitely good.
Never happened.
That has never happened.
Yeah.
There's been quad speeds before. Oh, I had a quad speed for a viewer, sadly. But
Sadly.
Sadly.
Who's the viewer?
True. True.
Oh man.
Yeah. Streaming has been a big aspect of my life as well, and I do enjoy the community that we've built here. I mean, to see streaming grow from where it's been, especially here on Twitch. I mean, if you go back, a couple years ago, man, there's like rarely that much people on Twitch. I mean, some of the OGs, right? I mean, YD's been here, but even more OG than even when YD started streaming here is, like there was like OMG Bomber here, right? There was other people. DJ KJK has been here for a really long time too, streaming, and he's still streaming, right? Too. So to see the community grow and develop the way it is, and the amount of people watching, right? Because we have more streamers, but there are more people watching now. More people play Summoners where I know that we're here on Twitch. I think that's absolutely amazing. And to see the new streamers, start up, as well as Com2uS even doing an event this year for, Summoners War Idol, right? I think Surin won that, right? Fit and Games came in second. There's a bunch of other streamers that were kind of showcased on that as well. Com2uS really, showing that, streaming is important to them and the community is important to them. It's huge. It's big. Yeah.
I want to see more of that, honestly. I want to see a whole lot more of that.
I always believe in lead by example, and I always try to be the best at a lot of the things I try to put my time into. And it's just really cool how when I'm streaming, I know someone's watching me stream in their boxers playing Summoners War at home. It's just like great, That's just cool.
That's
what I do.
That
When I
excites
watch
you?
people stream, I'm in my boxers playing Summoners War, watching Obapo, Brian, Stoic or Madman stream, and
Only way to
somewhere
watch
in the world,
Thompson.
huh?
It's the only way to watch Thompson stream.
Yeah, no, I mean it is like I'm playing RTA comfortably,
I'll make sure I return the favor by doing the same thing.
I'm not like standing
I'll
up.
make sure to.
playing.
I'll
I'm
make
not,
sure
like,
to.
watching
I'll make
your
sure to
Twitch
strip
standing
down.
up, right?
I'll make sure to strip
Yeah.
down when I watch your
Come on,
stream,
man.
Thompson. Now.
I'm like comfortable
That's it.
watching you and playing
right.
Summoners War.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like think of it. Like we're here, we're streaming, and there's like people all around the world watching. It's so nuts. Yeah, when you're streaming, there's so many people watching. It's crazy, bringing people together. All
Yeah,
over the
and when they're
world.
watching us, they're also playing Summoners War. So they're doing what you love to do. Yeah, they're not like
Exactly.
watching you playing Tetris. That's
Exactly. Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
think the great thing about streaming Summoners War is it's kind of like one of those games where you can actually share what you're doing and how you progress in the game, and then people can also learn from that as well. So people can go live and they'll play like Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and it's just like, oh cool, he's going through the game, but no one can actually share that experience with you. Like, oh, this is where I'm at in Skyrim. Like they don't care, they're playing Skyrim or something like that. I don't know why I chose Skyrim, but like Summoners War, like when you're playing it, people could be like, oh, check out my Giants B10 team. And be like, yeah, sure, I'll check out your Giants B10 team and see how you're doing. So it's like something that can easily be discussed with your viewers and everything. So it's so easy to stream Summoners War. And even when you're doing ATA at the same time, like who knows who has similar units to you and how you're using those units and how it can translate back to them. So it's such a great game to stream. And it's a mobile game. Like who thought a mobile game was going to be a great streaming game?
It's awesome as well as you have all these people coming in, and sometimes, of course we all share the same common thing of, playing Summoners War, right? Speaking the language of Summoners War, whatever that is. But being able to, talk to people and see how their days are going and how things are going and talk about IRL events and whatnot with people is kind of fun, man. I enjoy that the most.
Very true, Brian. And
Yeah.
I actually found out people enjoy talking about that more than Summoners War,
Yeah, like about life, about just
To be
like
honest.
random things, because we all human, I think. And, we just, I don't know, some aliens in here.
In my
But,
chat, we really get into fitness and stuff like that. It's kind of
that's
weird.
cool.
But, yeah.
Because people probably ask, right? Because they're like, God damn, man, you're fucking massive. You're so swole, bro. Like, how do I become like you?
Hey,
Thompson?
below the waist. Below the waist only. No, I'm just kidding.
God damn!
Nice.
Okay, all right. Woo!
Harry, doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, you are a trainer, so that's why.
That's
people
why everyone
probably
is
ask
watching
you.
in their boxers or
Yeah.
without their boxers.
Must be.
Bobble, man.
Right, great topic there. I think this is a topic that I want to elaborate and expand on more in the future. Talk more about streaming and content creating to share that knowledge with other people out there as well. For people that you want to try it out and want to have fun, right? Especially if you want to try to stream, don't get into the mentality of, hey, I'm gonna be a full-time streamer and do it as a job. Though, go into it, try to have fun, right? If you're interested in doing something like that, I motivate you to do so, right? And that way we could continue to grow, the streaming community that we have continually be building here, on Twitch. and even on YouTube, right? Even the viewer base on YouTube as well. Let's go ahead and move on to topic number 4. All right, let's bring it back down to some of our normal topics here. Buffs and nerfs, man. I ask every week, what's new? What have you been seeing? What's different? Yeah, what else do we want changed?
I need a huge nerf
to
on Pioneers right now. I need that first skill to go from 70% down to like 20% because it's way too consistent.
Wait.
Too consistent.
Pioneer skill 1? Wait, Pioneer skill 1 is like
Pioneer
30%,
skill
no?
No,
It's
that's like
really low,
almost
isn't it?
100%. Whatever it is, it's almost 100%.
I see
I
what
don't
you
care
mean.
what it is.
I see what you're getting at.
That needs a nerf. That should not be this consistent.
Yeah, that skill 1, man, it always seems to land
Ugh.
when you don't want it to land. And it's toxic because it's 2 turns, dude. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Like what Wusa onto win units. Why? That should not be a thing. Oh.
But even
Yeah,
if they're
that
allowed
happened
to do that,
recently.
right? Even if they're allowed to do that, it doesn't make them that OP. So at least let them have that, I guess. Because it's not like Wusa's like that overpowering. It's not like Chiwu and something like that are that overpowering. So it is toxic,
2
but
turn sleep sucks.
it does. It does suck. They should make it 3 turns just to add more salt, to be honest.
3 turns,
Their
10%
second
more
skills are all
consistent.
pretty bad, right?
Second skills, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. The damage is kind of mediocre on them. The heal is nice from Wusa. What is the other
Heal
one?
is pretty nice for Wusa.
What is the other
The other
one?
one is the strip with beneficial block.
Strip with beneficial block, and then is there any more? That's all of them, right?
That's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Huh.
But that
Which is
heals
a
enough for
Wusa.
like a Mo Long. So when they go like Mo Long, Wusa, and then no other heals, like that second heal honestly suffices to get your reckless assault damage back up.
So what you're saying is Wusa needs a buff then? Wusa's S2 should do the same
No, no.
damage, heal,
No.
but also should strip. Is what you're saying.
No.
You know that's gonna make Wusa so strong, right? It Wusa will be drafted all the time if that's the case.
Just drop the component
Sounds
where
like
it
it.
says scales with max HP, because then at least late game you can still do decent damage with the second skill.
True. That might be good.
Because right now the issue is using second skill late game RTA, you get like negative damage.
Change
Yeah,
the wording
that's
to like
small, yeah.
levels then, based on level then, or something like that.
Yeah.
That
Buff
would-
Nagong, I would say. If it's
Oh,
not-
Yeah, but they're gone.
Okay, how, sir? How? What do you want changed? That's reasonable.
I want his third changed.
Okay, so right now it's the third
So
one
guess-
is revive and give soul
Yeah,
protection,
revive.
right?
Soul protection if they're not dead.
Okay.
But I feel like they like introduced so many. I've said this before, but like there's so many AoE revivers now. But while when Nagong was released, there wasn't really any AoE revivers, so that was like his niche. But now it kind of lost its purpose, especially with like Elad getting AoE revive and second awaken units getting like multiple revives and all that.
He's still good against Daphnis.
Okay, let me ask you this. When a unit dies and it gets revived, let's say revived by an Elad or something like that, it loses all the attack bar that it currently had, right? Is that
Yeah,
correct?
it does.
What if Nigong's one would be the start of something where it revives with the attack bar that it had previously? So that would make a big difference on, let's say you're playing turn 2 and they manage to nuke something, they still have to be worried about Nigong now because you're going to revive and have 100% attack gauge.
Don't say that.
Why?
Nagong is still better than Karaka. Karaka
No.
needs that
Actually,
push,
Thompson.
okay?
Oh, I don't know about that, dude. I don't know if I can agree with that.
First.
Thank you.
I've got a solution for your cracker. What about if they
like
give her the
solutions.
Vanessa treatment? What about if they gave her the Vanessa treatment and made her third skill a passive?
You know what they need to do, Karaka? Her ultimate should be on one single unit. She strips them and give herself defense buff.
Okay, well, we have to remember, Kraka has no elemental disadvantage with Shatter. Shatter is a very strong skill. You have to say that. Shatter's strong. The third skill is a revive and then reduces
They
the
should
cooldown.
just change the third skill.
Right, what are they going to change it? Right now, it's a revive with invincibility,
I have a
reducing
really
attack.
good idea.
Okay, go ahead.
The third skill should synergize with her second skill. It should strip and give your teammates defense buff.
No,
Sounds like
this guy's
Laura.
just talking about Laura.
This
Laura's-
motherfucker's
Laura.
memeing. We're trying to 5-hit think right here. This guy's fucking memeing with Laura. This fucker.
That's a buff.
This guy's a me. You're memeing, dude. You're memeing. I actually thought you were
Oh, really?
real.
No, I'm talking about Karaka, not Laura. That'd be great, right? You guys had to think about it a long time. Is that a buff? Is that a buff?
But really though, is Kraka actually
Yeah, it's
that
a
bad?
buff.
Yeah,
She's pretty
I
bad.
hate you.
She's pretty bad.
Is she pretty bad? I
It's
feel
only
like,
single target res, isn't it?
but doesn't
mean,
it
yeah.
reduce the cooldown? Instantly get your cooldown again? And invincibility? I guess maybe because the single target strip meta, right? It makes it not that crazy, to be honest. So revive with all your cooldowns and full attack gauge and invincibility. There you go, done.
Madman, do you have Kraka?
No, I don't. But I've played.
Oh wow,
with
they
Kraken
give you
before.
so much props that you actually like advocate for some monster you don't have. That's really cool. I respect that.
We've had a few buff and nerf discussions on stream before, on my
Uh-huh.
stream, and they were asking me units, like people were just naming units out and asking me questions about how to buff or nerf. And she
Yeah.
came up recently. That's why I thought, hey, you brought it up, so it's probably a good one to talk about. So
What
I'm
did
just
you
saying,
think?
like, she's a lot worse than Nigong. Yeah.
she's a lot worse than the Gong. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what was the buff suggestion for her then? That you kinda came
So
up
for
with?
her, I was saying change the third skill and give her like the Vanessa treatment, which is making the third skill into a passive. So if something died, her passive will get triggered. They would instantly get revived with invincibility buff and cooldowns reduced.
I like
So
that.
Yeah, I was
Heroes
gonna
come
say,
back fresh
what is
in
the
it.
cooldowns on Kraken's passive? Because
God,
Vanessa's at
I
a
mean, the
6
third
turn
skill right
cooldown.
now. I don't know what the
Oh,
turn
God.
cooldown is right now.
Wait,
but that
that's
would be
actually-
nasty, right?
Wait,
Yeah,
that's
how
actually
good would
really
that be,
good.
though? How good would that be?
That'd be
She'd actually
good.
be
That
meta
would be
relevant,
really good.
right?
She
Like,
no
imagine-
longer. Go ahead.
Like crack with hatters and stuff when they would be fully protected and you can't even really snipe a unit.
Hmm.
That would be
Yeah, I
That'd be
like
pretty
that.
cool.
Because it doesn't waste any turns for Kraka. So now Kraka is just a defense breaking skill 1 machine, right? It's just S2 into S1, and then Vile proc, S2 into S1, you know what I mean? Like it's just on Vile. And you don't have to worry about S3 wasting a turn to revive. That's pretty big. That's pretty big.
That would be a really good buff, actually.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good buff. I don't know if that buff, along with reducing the cooldowns, though, is a little bit too much. I'm not sure. But yeah, dude, Kraka plus Vanessa? Oh my god, toxic, dude. Reduce the cooldowns of Vanessa? Okay, no, I don't know if I'm ready to think that hard at RTA, man, whenever that gets drafted. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I'm
It'd be
not sure
similar
about that.
cooldown, 6 turn cooldown after skill ups with Kraka, so it'd be
Mm.
just like a Vanessa if they did make it a passive.
So all you bring is Vanessa, Kraka, Triana, Tyrannies? True. What do you
We
kill?
could also talk about Nigong for a bit. I feel like Nigong would be a little bit better if when he does his second skill, maybe his ultimate, maybe he lands armor break too or something for like kind of like Galleon. So Galleon does attack buff, armor break. Nigong does like the the anti-revive and armor break, right?
No, it doesn't fit in with like support.
It
He's a
doesn't-
support type, right?
I mean, I would take it, but I don't think they would.
So
do
with
that.
30%, imagine if it was 30% in attack bar, and you can run a Nagong on defense and say everyone died except Nagong, he goes for revive, and you just have 3 Leos, and it was just all AoE ignored, not AoE ignore, I'm sorry, ignore defense torrents across the board after that, because they'd have whatever
Nigong's
attack bar
really
they
good
had
at
when they
that.
died.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Hmm.
it's almost like you would just be using the torrent ability if you had Ragdoll or Leo with a Nigong after that, because you would just have instant torrents the second they get revived with soul protection.
That's the thing with like Nigong, Panthos, and Lima. Their moves are kind of good, but just not that good in RTA. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would just need
Yeah.
a little tweak to make them a lot more viable. But the thing is that any of those can become viable if the meta shifts. You know how we're talking about the meta shifting every year and the meta hopefully shifting in 2020? If the meta shifts around, you never know where it's going to go. They might become more viable. That's all it is. Right? Their
Or you
kits
could
will
give
mend it a little
Nigong,
bit better.
or you could give Nigong like an inconsistent strip, AOE strip with a defense buff. That would be pretty good.
Inconsistent strip with defense fun.
AOE,
This motherfucker, dude. How long are you gonna meme Laura, dude? They're not gonna even touch Laura anymore now. Like, nah, we're not touching Laura. All right, let's talk about some units that are not LDs then. I want to bring back my suggestion
Wait,
of Rakan, dude.
Can I say one more thing
Oh, go ahead.
before we go away from LDs?
He's no bash on my Laura. For sure, he's gonna
No,
bash.
no, no, no.
Go ahead, go ahead.
It's like, there was like a balance patch like 1 year ago
Okay.
where there was a like Wall Young buff,
Oh, okay.
and then they just like took away the buff, and then they never said anything about it. And I feel really bad for Wall Young users now since like Jaeger had the same thing, where his buff got reverted, and then he got like the biggest buff, one of the
Yeah,
biggest
And
buffs.
they
that's
came
been,
back to
given.
it, yeah.
And
Do-
I agree
Do
with
they
that.
remember
because-
what they took away?
Yeah, what
Like,
was the buff?
Does
What
anyone
was it?
remember what it was?
I
when
think
they
it
were
was
taken away?
something that it would ignore defense under some condition, but I'm not exactly sure what it. But I know there was a buff.
So you're.
I
you're-
agree with that because
Oh.
nothing feels worse when you pull a LD Nat 5 but you pull the wrong color. Like instead of Woonsa, you pull Nigong. You're like, oh, heartbreak, right? So
I
I,
mean,
agree with that.
just a couple months ago, regardless of which one you pulled, you're like, oh, Woonsa or Nigong, right? Before the buff
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Nigong
yeah.
for to Woonsa. But I think Willie Young though, she does have the speed lead though, so that sucks about her because she has the speed lead. You're like, ah, shoot, dude. Because they have that, that's what Com2uS is gonna say, like, ah, she has speed lead, so we're not gonna do much for her, right? So that's the crappy thing, is that she has that speed lead. But if they changed it so it was some kind of ignore, then it'd be kind of crazy, because doesn't she do what Justice does right now, basically? Right?
Yeah, I think
She
that's
goes
what
through
she
the thing,
does.
right? She goes through that. So if she was to ignore defense as well, oof, that's a big one. With speed lead, oof, that's like combining some of the greatest aspects into one, man, as a damage dealer there.
Multi-hit, rip through tree on his passive.
Multi-hit, yeah.
I've seen Spirit Moon use Wu Yang pretty well, but
Yeah.
Spirit Moon makes every monster.
But that was back in the
Pretty
day,
well.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just need more players that are in the Guardian range without Elite Nat 5s to get Wooly Young and then try it out and use it. It just takes people to test things out, man. Things come out of nowhere sometimes, and become viable. Yeah, things come out of nowhere. So, yeah.
Yeah, like
go ahead.
Wedget. Like
Hmm.
almost all, there's a lot of top players now in like top 10 using Wedget. And that's nice to see. Because I know there was a while back when I was talking about Wedget as well. Like, he has to be easily top 3 LD.
Well, you see a
there
lot of
are
Wedget
teams
because
really
of Lightning Emperor.
first
I mean,
turn,
both
right?
Bolvac and Odin.
No, like all the good comps using Wedgets right now aren't even using Lightning Emperors.
No Lenny.
Like,
Using like
Widget
Bulldozer.
guarantees your team first
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah, Wedget's really good. I mean, I think Wedget's really,
That's
really
so
good for
crazy.
your team. Really good for your team. I think the unit itself, like like its skills, it doesn't really do anything just except for the buff, but it accentuates your team. It's like a catalyst.
speed-
It's a
it
really
has
good
speed
catalyst. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like
it has
Murdow.
speed lead, and
Yeah.
it guarantees your team first turn. How crazy is that?
yeah. And
Like, it
anti
can move.
crit
Also-
buff is pretty meta, right? With all the different critting units, right? S1s from the Oracles, Diana, anything that needs to crit, right? In general, is pretty good for Herds. So it's really good into the meta.
He also got buffed too, right? He wasn't that good before. Now he got the
He got
attack
the speed
buff.
lead, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
even
his
after
attack-
the like buff, people were saying that like the buff was a nerf. Like you're doing with Laura right now, saying that it's a nerf. So we just have to wait like a year, and then we'll have like
Wait
Laura
a year? I knew you're gonna segue back to Laura.
Wait,
I-
Laura counters.
I
Laura
had
counters
to
her
go
though.
with that. Okay, all right, you win. Checkmate. I got you.
Yeah, wait a year,
Right.
dude. Wait a year. Wait a little while. But I mean, Wedget does have that speed lead. Did it always have that speed lead, or did it gain it? I thought it gained it recently. No.
We always had the
It
speed.
always
Speed
had it,
lead?
I believe, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Good. Get you nothing. How about any elemental nat 5s? I'll talk about Rakan quickly again because I think it's a really good buff, right? Rakan S3. You know how it
Just
provokes one target.
Right before we jump into Elemental Nat 5, we could talk
Okay.
about Dark Ninja just for Obabo's sake.
We've already
because-
talked about Dark Ninja.
Because
He's destined to stay like that.
Even though he's bashing on my really bad LNB Nat 5, it's okay. We could talk about his Han.
Yeah, just
Go
give him the
ahead,
same
Obama.
treatment. Just let him have single target strip with defense buff for his team. Okay, there you go.
Yep.
There you
Perfect.
go. There you go.
Yeah,
Give
done.
him that
Sounds
buff.
good.
Sounds
Great,
good.
Let's go.
And then after, so Bobble, we're gonna call Com2uS to let them know that Han will get a single target strip with a defense buff just for himself, and then we're gonna tell you in 1 year it'll be good. Okay, don't worry.
Yeah, sure. For sure.
I think Han will be crazy if you give his third skill Armor Break. 1 turn.
Yeah,
Just-
they can do
It'll
that.
be crazy.
Yeah, damage dealer, nuker. I mean, that's not much different than Daphnis right now, which is really strong, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sure,
But no strip. Just like Armor Break first
Yeah,
turn.
no strip.
1 turn, yeah.
okay, fair enough. No element of disadvantage too, so that's big, right? Compared to Daphnis, that's definitely really big. Yeah, I like
Or
that.
you could make his third skill AoE strip defense buff. Maybe a year later they'll find a use.
How do you mute this guy right here? I mean, just remove from group, remove from group.
So bad. It's so bad. Okay, Elemental.
All right, elemental. So Rakan, I mean, really basic. Instead of just provoking one target, it'll hit that one target and it'll provoke everybody as well. I think that kind of falls into play with some of the units now because I think Rakan's
I
very
don't like
outdated.
that. I think Rakan is OP as it is. AoE armor break, provoke, heal. But it's just like the
Wait,
HP
AoE armor
scaling
break.
monster.
We doesn't have AoE armor break.
Oh no. Oh, I thought you were talking about Ritesh. Sorry,
Oh,
sorry,
Rakan,
sorry.
Rakan.
Okay, my bad.
Ritesh
my
is
bad.
fine. Yeah, Ritesh
Yes.
is fine. Yeah, Rakan.
Yeah,
So single
sorry.
target, do the damage, but then also provoke and have a chance to provoke other units as well, right? Which synergizes with his, his skill where he can, collapse and hit them right back if they hit, they touch him, right? So I think that's something that would bring Rakan back in a little bit and maybe make him fun to use as well, right? Especially in teams, maybe in RTA for fun, right? Draft him into teams without, immunity and, see how
Do you
the
think-
consequences are.
Do you think Rakan will benefit more from most monsters will benefit more from attack buff or defense buff?
I think defense buff is really strong. If we're talking about RTA, I think defense buff is
No, for
super
Rakan.
strong. Oh, for Rakan? Defense buff.
Over attack buff?
You're a fucking troll, dude. I'm gonna remove you from the damn group right now. God damn it. Can't fucking every time I think it's something serious.
I do really like that buff suggestion though. I advocate for it. But isn't that a little bit crazy? If you hit the Rakan, he gives himself immunity, right? So I think it has to be
Go
it
ahead.
has to be a little like give and take. Like he doesn't give himself immunity. He just gives himself attack buff.
No, I don't think it's that overpowering. Like it's when he collapse, like, if you touch him and he revenge collapses, it doesn't do the
He does
provoke. It's
AoE
only
provoke.
no. It's only the when you use the skill it AoE provokes. The revenges don't give provoke.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, the revenges
Okay.
don't give provoke.
I also like the thought when you hit him, he does AoE provoke.
If they do that though, man, I'll be
That's
excited for
really
Rakan, dude. I'm down. I'm down, dude. I'm down, dude.
Attack buff and immunity is a little bit too much, right?
He'd be on everyone's arena defense team. Every single arena defense team, you will find a Rakan.
He'd be on every Guild Wars team as well, and then everybody have to use immunity 24/7, or else you get screwed by that. Yeah.
Maybe just attack buff, no immunity, but his third move, he hits one target and provokes everybody else. What do you think? I thought that's what you're talking about the whole time.
No. Just when you use the skill to AoE provoke, and then after that, it just has the collapse.
I'd like the
passive.
control of it. The control of being able to choose when to provoke and
Yeah.
stuff.
And when you use collapse, right? The collapse skill, 18% more damage. Yeah, we're good.
Is this
all we need.
season Chimera transmog?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
definitely more of a
they should
reason.
like just all around like Sean, the dark one, the elemental one, just do like a all over, buff for all of them,
Yep. I mean, Taylor got 18% more damage, right? But they touched him. They touched him, right? Legron, I don't think needs a buff. It's kind of in a
Lagron
spot
would
where he
be
does the
cool.
job well.
Lagman will be more consistent if you make his AoE like no glance.
Okay, all right. You're just turning me into an LD Nat 5, sir. Relax.
I don't know
That's
why
an
they can't
advantage.
just give Tayor the same speed as Lagmaron. Like, is it that bad to ask? Lagmaron has AoE stun and attack break, and yet we have Tayor. Why can't he just have the same base speed as Lagmaron? I don't see why that's that big of a deal.
Or maybe
I think that's the only thing preventing Lagron from like super competitive, because they only gonna need to pick one fire monster and it's kind of bad. So if you
Serious-
make his third move like no glancing,
So you're saying
he'll
people
be
can
more
draft
consistent.
like Tayor and Legron now if Tayor had that speed, and you can choose depending on what your opponent has for what color you want to bring in? That'd be kind of
Taylor
scary.
needs a lot of help. Taylor needs a lot of help, and there's all the water units does what Taylor does, so they really need to
He needs to be.
Yeah, but then Tayor could be an answer for some Daphneses out there. If you can have Tayor, a little faster, beat the Daphnes to the punch, and squall them out.
maybe.
I mean,
I tried
unless-
it. It
unless
only
he's-
worked like twice.
Unless he's forever just supposed to be a PvE unit, then just make him a better PvE unit. Give him S3
wants
gives
that,
attack
though.
buff to the team,
I
or
would
something
say
like
so,
that.
too. Just
That's
make
fine.
him like a really good PvE unit.
He's fine for siege as well. Like,
Yeah.
he
But
obliterates all the siege comps. Like Jean X, whatever. Like just third skill with Taylor, and it takes out Jean by himself.
Yeah, it actually hits pretty
And then
hard.
attack speed slow and whatnot.
this is super greedy. But if you make his move like ignore defense,
Bro, everything ignore
Yeah,
defense is
okay.
OP,
Ignore
dude.
defense.
You can make any unit skill 1 ignore defense, and that unit obviously gets more viability instantly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
are you talking about Drunken Masters? Because
Yeah, I
they're
kinda am.
not that good.
Oh,
Yeah,
No, they're good. They're good. They're such good utility, man. They're fun. They're so fun, dude.
I agree.
Just
yeah.
everything except RTA, but they're so fun in everything else, man. Guild Wars, Guild Siege,
The
everything.
water one wrecked my fire vampire. So yeah, I could see.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. I think that one boosts attack gauge, right? Only thing wrong with it is the low base speed, but it boosts attack gauge on S3.
Mhm.
Yeah, which is kind of fun. I like those.
Anti-crit
I built
or
all of them. I built all of them before the buff too. Yeah, because they look cool.
Do you think there's a chance that he's Second Awakening? I don't know. I'm really bad at
Too
looking
new.
at those pictures.
Too new.
so-
Too new. Gotta be the old ones. They're gonna do the
Okay.
old school ones first. I feel. If anything, that'd be easy. They just have to show us something round as our little hint, and we know it would
It
be
could be
Drunken
anything.
Masters. Any other units that we didn't touch on? Maybe what's the current state on Daphnis, man? So much Daphnis is out there. Do you think we have enough answers to deal with him, and he's in an okay spot
Yes.
as a nuker?
Can Daphnis go
Yeah, he's
down to
fine.
4 skill on the 3rd? Is that too much to ask? Because I feel I just pulled Daphnis like a couple of weeks ago. So being a Daphnis owner now, I honestly would kind of like to see 4 because it's been like the 3 turns. I use my Hellfire, and then like it's only a couple more turns, and it's like sometimes I feel like I can't believe I already have Hellfire up. I've got full HP right now, and then I just Hellfire again. Sometimes it feels a little bit too much. I think it wouldn't hurt to see 4 turns on it.
Yeah, because people got some
I would
nutty.
like to see it.
People got some nutty runes, man, on Daphnis, and when you put nutty runes on him, man, he's like nutsos, dude, so fast and just instantly makes you 3v4, dude. It's kind of toxic, actually. Yeah. But what can we change about it? I mean, of course, increasing the cooldown or reduce the
I think
initial
that's
damage.
Daphnis was too not usable for way too long, so I don't think they can hurt him. They got to just leave him the way he is because his count is for it. You outspeed him. He's very easily killed, and I feel like he's been so bad for so long. So now it's his time to shine, and we want to get rid of him. We can't have that. But I think one more cooldown on Hellfire is not that bad. But does that affect? Now I know they're 2 different skills, but they share the same cooldown. As you look at Oberon's 3rd skill as well, that is a 3-turn cooldown as well. Does that mean we have to make that a 4-turn cooldown? And I don't think so.
I don't
But
think it
that's
hurts
what makes him better than Oberon, though. You know what I mean? Because like if you have a Daphnis of an Oberon, you're gonna go for a snipe. You're gonna go with your Daphnis and not the Oberon. But does that now make people who have an Oberon go, all right, maybe I'll draft my Oberon more than a Daphnis because Daphnis has 1 more cooldown on Hellfire?
Potentially, I still feel like Daphnis's snipe is pretty good. Oberon's snipe is okay. Yeah, increasing the cooldown would be tough, but since they're not related skills, I don't think it'll affect Oberon's cooldowns on his 3rd skill because they're different skills. Yeah.
Daphnis
Yep,
is still
yep.
going to be better, but I feel like a tweak needs to be made for Praha. Like Praha's activation rate needs to be a little bit higher.
75.
I know they don't want like Praha super OP, but the 1-turn sleep could be boosted up with a higher activation rate. Anyone know what's the activation rate for Praha right
50.
50.
It should. What do you think is a good number? For
Even
the
if you move it to
activation?
75, you're gonna
70
see.
or 75. Yeah.
Yeah, 80 would be pretty sweet.
Fuck it, 100. I mean, it's 1 turn sleeve. It's not as bad as 2 turns.
Yeah.
So I mean, like,
I
how
mean, yeah,
how
they should.
bad?
And it's the 3rd skill as well. So I mean,
Yeah, are they gonna make her 100% in anything, dude? Her strip's 90%, dude, with skill up. So I mean, give her something with 100, right? Shoot.
Yeah.
Is
I know a lot
anyone
of
running
those
that on
monsters.
defense right now? Like, how well is that working against non-will offenses? Well, technically, you would go first anyway, so your units are going to be off-will no matter what. So when she then chooses to use her heal, like let's say a double Nem, so double Nem will Praha, and then like she gets hit by double ant magic, survives, heals everybody up, and then everyone goes to sleep now. But everyone just used all their skills; they burnt everything. If they had will, it's gone. They go to sleep. How consistent? Does anybody really know? Because I mean, I haven't tried it myself.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
haven't had to
Praha's
deal with
not
that
good
very
enough.
much.
That's
It's
why.
not- it's not
Yeah,
consistent
I
enough.
haven't seen her
Yeah.
AD yet.
All right.
no.
I didn't
Yeah,
know if
but
it was consistent enough.
AD
right?
is
If
interesting.
anyone's
I
running
think it
through
does bring her more viability for AD and
Yeah,
Siege and Guild War use
I think
for sure.
they want to slowly like buff her, not like here's 100%. You know,
Yeah.
go out
True.
there and go crazy.
Another one that we haven't touched on for a while is Segment. Now, really seeing Gani and other units, that are, resetting and being used a lot. I think just, I know that whatever she strips, right, depending on how much she strips, because she strips all buffs. No matter however many buffs she strips, she gets that much cooldown reduction, right? So that can be kind of strong. But why don't we just make the strip, resistible, and then her reset unresistible?
Listen, I've never wanted my 11 Devilmon back so bad before. When I saw the buff of Sekhmet, I was jumping at it, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to make this a thing. I am so pumped for this buff. And I've never wanted my 11 Devilmon back so bad before. Ugh.
Yeah,
I
make the
think
strip
Sekhmet
resistible.
is the best monster if her move will be consistent. So I don't know about putting that for her.
I feel like they just have to rewrite it. Like,
Why?
delete the whole skill
why is
and
it so
just
strong?
rewrite it.
Okay, think
Because
about
it's just
it, okay?
not working.
Like a Gani skill 2, what's better, Ventilate or skill 2 Curse of the Beautiful from Sekhmet? Ventilate, right? That's already better.
Ventilate.
Next, Sekhmet and Gani, if they both reset with 100% certainty, who's still better? One strips that can be resistible, both can reset irresistible, but Gani also reduces attack gauge, right? So I
Yeah,
feel
but
like that
Gani
buff to
does
Sekhmet is
weird.
not that crazy then, right? As well as paired up with the Viable's leader skill that he has in RTA, it doesn't make Sekhmet that strong. Resistible?
But Gani doesn't give himself like
What?
immunity. You know.
I don't. Am I the only one
I
that
mean-
thinks like Sekhmet's okay? I don't mind the way she works at the moment. If you build
Ah.
her for damage,
I'm on the same
Like a
page as
bruiser's
Madman.
damage?
Yeah.
Guys, here we
I
go. This
kinda-
is somebody that's used to disappointment. No wonder you think it's okay.
I think she's okay right now as well.
I think she's okay. I think I've got a specific build in mind. Like if I pulled one that I would like to try her out on, more of like a damage.
Don't waste 11 Devilmons on it.
Damage
Mhm.
build is really good on her. I tried
I'd
it.
like to go
Yes.
damage build because if she fails the reset, then you get the third skill. Then the
And it
third
just
skill
hurts
scales
a
pretty
lot.
hard, right?
Yes, I tried that. It's pretty cool. But you're gonna drop like about 100 to 200 points in RTA. But it's okay. It's just fun.
Yeah.
You know?
You can
Yeah.
run all the accuracy that you want on that unit. It's just not going to happen. 5 turns in a row, I ran her on a Vio set. 5 times looking for a reset. Not even strips either. Because if you don't strip, you don't reset, it's going to be on cooldown again. Then you Vio proc and you're like, all right, turn 2, here we go. Let's do it again.
I think
Absolutely nothing.
I think
5 times
Lucky
in a
is
row
kind of
before I
brewing
saw
the
anything.
same. I think Lucky was brewing the same type of segment I was brewing. It's like 0% accuracy, but then just like hot crit rate, crit damage, and you just keep doing that. But that was pretty good. But I dropped like a good 100 points doing that.
Yeah,
but
okay.
it's pretty fun. Yeah.
Interesting. So maybe it could be more popular because she fits into the meta, right? Resetting and single target strip. That falls into the meta. Paired up with the cooldown reduction when you strip, I mean, can go like crazy, right? So she does kind of fit in. So I would
I
like
will
to
lead a
see her.
skill and everything.
Yeah, from 0 to hero. That'd be really nice. Something I
I
want
think
to touch
on
go ahead.
paper, it's great. On paper, the unit's fine. But for some reason, it just doesn't work. The unit won't work. No matter what, you can have 100 accuracy all you want. The unit's just not working with that second skill.
Ooh, legendary for
Ooh,
World
legend.
Boss.
Yeah.
Paul
Good
Chan.
luck.
Paul Chan.
Would
Alright,
that
I'm
be
gonna-
Shio?
I'm gonna swap it here to the
Yeah.
open discussion topic, so we can keep discussing buffs and nerfs. We can discuss whatever. I do want to touch up on something. Oh, you're summoning it.
Oh, he's summoning it. Let's see.
Oh!
Dice magician.
Oh
Nice.
shoot! He sees on his screen. I thought he didn't see it.
I was gonna debate him too. Feels bad.
But something I want to touch up on. Stoic, you said you wasted Devilmon on Segment, right? I think a
Yes.
cool idea as a new resource or new item
Yep.
is something you can feed or use
I
to
already bought it.
recover the Devilmon.
You don't even need to finish your sentence. I'm already buying it.
It doesn't even have to be bought. It can be farmed. It can be released in a new dungeon in the future because, I mean, they might have other dungeons and whatnot in the future, right? But a resource that allows you to feed it and get back
Ooh,
your
what is
Devilmon
going
from a
on?
unit to like reset, like a reset skill thing for your unit to get back the Devilmons that were allocated. I think that would be cool, right? Could be
So
rare
on
resource.
top of that, I want to be able to feed a 6-star Nat 5
Yes.
for crystals as well. So
Yes,
not
nice.
only are you going to get your Devilmon back, then you can feed that junk unit that doesn't work and then send it away and get your crystals back.
That's a great
That's what I
idea,
want.
and it really benefits the players that just started playing Summoner's War.
They
And
made
people
mistakes.
that play Summoner's War for like 4
Yep.
years, they have like more Devilmons, right? But imagine like you just started playing Summoner's War, you're a lot of skill up short from someone that's been playing like 3 to 4 years, right? So that's a great idea. So it's another way for beginning players to catch up to endgame players. Just that
One of the worst
Devilmon
things
thing.
for a beginning player is wrong time investment and investing into the wrong things.
Exactly.
So to have something like that, they can get their Devilmon back from making a mistake. They just weren't educated enough to find out, like, oh, I thought
Yep.
this unit was going to be great, and it ended up not being great. They can get their Devilmons back. And if it was a Nat 5 that wasn't great, and they could use maybe, like, say, a blessing or something like that, they can get rid of that 6-starred unit, get a blessing, and try to get himself back onto the right track.
I feel like
It's
I feel
just
like-
I like that idea because it helps beginning players catch up to endgame players.
Yep.
I think the main issue with that is, yeah, if you talk about it that way, the big gap is going to be that endgame players will have a lot more Devilmon resources available, right? So if we pull all those out and there's big balance patches that occur, we can move those Devilmons to the newly buffed units, right? I think that's the biggest concern if you're talking early game players versus end game players.
True.
Or we could just
Maybe
talk
not that
about the
not that
era
accessible.
Where you could purchase unlimited Devilmons too.
All right,
It's
you
like
get half the
people
Devilmon
free-
back. How's that?
Free
I mean-
I don't
unlimited
get 11
Devilmons
back, I
versus
get
people
6 to
post
5.
unlimited Devilmons.
Right.
you
But
know?
like maybe
Yeah.
that's something that doesn't you cannot get this resource that gives you all the Devilmons back that easily. It takes like a while to farm it, right? Maybe that's something fair, but I think
Definitely.
I know that Com2uS is really careful on how they give out Devilmon. It feels like they value it, right? It's a rare resource.
Yeah.
They don't give it out a lot, but
Exactly.
I think
right.
at this point in the game, I think that was a thing that they wanted to keep rare because they wanted to keep people, from the business standpoint, spending in the game, playing the game actively to get the Devilmon, right? So active gameplay and spending at the same time to buy those packs and make value with those Devilmon packs. And this would devalue it, right? But I think at this point, I mean, I'd like to tell Com2uS that I feel like most people are going to continue spending the game no matter what anyways. And those Devilmons, devaluing them is only going to be better for them to progress and play the game even more, right? Most of the people are spending money mostly on, just straight up summons or rune packs, immemorials, and rehabs. That's not your big money maker anymore anyways, Devilmons, right? It's no longer that rare from where it used to be when the game first started, right? So I think giving easy accessibility to the Devilmons would be nice for Com2uS. Yeah, and 4-star Devilmon, still pushing for that as well, by the way.
Definitely.
Especially with all the Second Awakening monsters coming out, and you have to put Devilmons in them.
Exactly. Right? You want us to play. You want us to buy crystals to farm. You want us to buy rune packs or whatnot to rune up our units. Don't cuck us from not being able to use the actual units, right? With the Devilmons and having the skills, right? Make it kind of, instead of a rare, not a common, but an uncommon resource, right? Somewhere in the middle ground would be nice. Yeah, that would be really, really
So
nice.
what if
And
when
you'll
you
get,
got
you'll
your
get a lot of
Devilmon
people
back?
ask you, like, should I, like, Devilmon my Rogue, Second Awakening Rogue, or should I, double up my, like, LND Laura? And everyone's going to say Rogue, So it's like, dude, like, they should definitely do something like that.
Yeah, it's not feasible for us to think about it. All the Second Awakened units, how are we going to double them on them all? How are you going to even have the energy, even if you buy it, to even make Second Awakens to max skill them, right? It's not feasible, especially with them releasing 2 every 4 months. They're supposed to release every 4 to 5 months more Second Awakened units. There's no way. There's no way to keep up.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they should to spin off of the idea. They should do like more regular balance patches, and then give like a Devilmon ticket every balance patch, which you can feed to like a unit to pull out the Devilmons.
That would be
That would be
cool.
amazing, I think.
That's not a bad
Because-
idea. Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Because I think they're scared of like balancing things because people have invested Devilmons into their units.
Right.
But if you get like a Devilmon ticket every balance patch, like everyone would be happy because you could use it for other stuff as well.
What if
Devilmon
that ticket
ticket is a great
eliminated the
idea.
unit?
I like that idea.
What if the ticket eliminated the unit so that, like, because you were saying before it might have been an issue, so like, what if they just had these certain amount of Devilmons every balance patch, every ticket would just take the Devilmon out, and then the unit would just stay, barren without any skill ups now. But what if the Devilmon ticket actually deleted the unit, and then you get your Devilmons back, and that unit's gone? So you can't just be like, well, now Varad's no longer usable. We're gonna take the Devilmon back and you're gonna put it on something else. And then next patch, he goes up, that unit goes down. You take that
I like
Devilmon,
that
you bring it
idea,
back
so
over
we-
there.
If
Because it's going to cause people to keep summoning. Because now, like, are you really going to feed your Varad now? Are you really going to get rid of the skill ups on it? You know what I mean? So it's going to keep up with summoning as well. They're still going to
I
want
could
to
use that on Laura.
Now you
I
wanna
really
be
like
tricky
that
with how
idea.
You need to relax, Thompson. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
Hey, I got set up for that. Come on.
Yeah, I
now.
mean it's a thought.
But
I
it's
don't
gonna
know.
keep the game going as well, though. You know what I mean?
I don't know
'Cause
how
now
it
it's
would
like,
be.
dude, you really want your skill ups back.
Yeah, I don't know how that would be reverting it, but if they did something like that where you have to feed the Nat 5, I probably see you getting your Devilmon back and probably 300 ancient crystals, if anything. You know what I mean? But that's a little bit of
It
a
brings
stretch.
back dupes, though. It does bring back dupes. So if you
Yeah.
have a skilled up Varad, you could be like, well, if I use this Devilmon ticket, my Varad's going to be gone, but I do have a dupe Varad.
To
So
be
it's gonna
honest,
add
let's not
more
kill the monster.
reason for him.
I think it's a bit too much. I think
Yeah,
it's
to
a
be
bit-
honest, let's not kill the
bit too
monster.
much.
Let's not unsummon the monster. All right.
Yeah.
Let's never have that mechanic.
But yeah, I said the resource is gotta be kind of
Never
rare,
happened
but
again.
if we release this resource that we're talking about here every balance patch, that's kind of a lot, right? Because they would have to give it to everybody, even people that weren't affected by balance patch. So that's kind of a lot. You gotta keep that in mind of how many people would receive that. So I don't know if that's the way through balance patches. Gotta be something you can farm. I don't know, some kind of resource you can farm. But I think it would be something nice.
I actually do think that's gonna come out soon because I don't really know if Com2uS is really strict about Devilmons as well.
I think they're
Because
strict
like
about
there
it.
was an era
Strict.
where you could get as many Devilmons as you want,
Mm.
Yeah,
If you
and
paid for it,
Forgot about that one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we paid. Yeah.
and you're just way behind if you're
I think
unlimited.
that's what I'm just saying. It's an old business model, right? The old business model was there's no re-apps 5 years ago, right? What is the rarest thing for you to get? What will you spend money on? And they're trying to make money, right? Devilmon packs,
Yeah.
or any pack with Devilmon. So there was an old business model, but they don't need to make it rare anymore. Is what I'm saying, right? They're making a lot of money on other packs anyways. That's not their biggest seller packs, the one with the Devilmons anyways. At least from what
Yeah.
I'm aware of.
Because like the worst feeling right now is like if you summon something and then you have to like wait half a year to use it.
That's a
Right.
horrible feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Agreed.
there's no reason for them to keep that thing in the
Yeah.
game right now. Because the game has been going on for 5 years. So it's a weird thing to like gatekeep right now.
And
Oh,
also,
also
like
that it
creative
hurts them more than
mind,
it-
like creative minds just want to devil up a monster and just use it.
Yeah.
So why not feed
So-
to the creative minds? To be productive.
Exactly.
It's a whole different
Devil,
story.
Devilmon pieces is not a bad idea either. You know what I mean? We do already monster summoning pieces, so Devilmon pieces doesn't sound bad either, right? Take out summoning stones from TOA hard, but Devilmon pieces, all right, cool, right? I mean, something better like that, but there's a lot of different aspects you can change. The main thing is we convey our message on what we think would be important, right? And like I said, the business model of Devilmon's not having to be worth it that much anymore, giving easy accessibility. We give them these things and we put our, you know, our words out here, and then from there they have to figure out, you know, what they can do to allocate more Devilmons so people can get them more easily.
I think the big problem before was there was no ancient crystals, and they wanted people to just keep summoning to get the extra Devilmons to, you know, cannibalize, right?
Old
But
business
now-
model, see? Old business model.
Yeah, but now no one's really cannibalizing because there's ancient crystals. So you should just, you know, Devilmon ticket, man. That's the way to go. That's
Yeah,
the
Ancient
future.
Crystals was huge though.
Great
In
idea.
terms of resources, oh my god, Ancient Crystals was huge, man. You
Yeah,
don't even
no
know
one
the implications.
cannibalize anymore, you know. So
Business wise, that was a big release, right? Big release. Of course, immemorial packs, reapps, rune packs, and ancient crystals are huge, you know, business ups for them, which is good, right? I mean, I like when they make money because that means that you know, they'll continue to improve the game and expand even more, right? That's usually the case, and it seems so, right? They've dumped the most money this year, I feel, out of any other year for anything, right? Because of the meetups and the tournaments, right? They've been dumping more and more money out, so it's good. Right, it's nice to be able to see our, you know, what you guys are spending are being used for the entire community, which is really nice. All right, any other topics or questions you guys want to bring up here? We got time for a couple more minutes here. Anything else that you wanted to bring up? Anything else of interest? I'm really excited for this Orlando meetup, man. I am really excited for it. TT minus 1 month, yeah, for this Orlando meetup. Get to see Thompson.
It's the
and
last
Stewart.
one, isn't it?
Yeah, last one.
Yep.
I wonder how big it's gonna be. Like, how big is the venue? I didn't even look into it yet. How big it is? Did you get any insider
I
info?
saw the name of the venue somewhere.
What is it?
forget where I actually saw the name of the venue, but I know I saw it somewhere. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I wonder how many people it holds. That kind of gives you the gauge of how big an event it is, right? Like how many people? 200, 300, right?
Well, speaking of venues, I thought it was real cool at the New York one because that was Hard Rock Cafe. We were in backstage. That was VIP. You know what kind of artists are out there performing, and that's what they were. We took a video. We took a video when we were backstage in the VIP room, and it was all signed pictures of the Rolling Stones. Like,
Yeah,
come
that's
on.
cool.
That's what we like. That was pretty neat. That was pretty neat.
That was actually pretty cool. But yeah, that venue was really nice. Right in the middle of, you know, New York City, man. Like, that's not cheap, dude. It's not cheap, bro, to rent that out.
Mm-mm.
What do you? Let's dabble just into quickly into the cinematics. Yeah, how did you guys enjoy that new cinematics that they did for Summoners War Finals? That was lit, dude. Yeah,
The trailer?
the trailer.
Did you see
Yeah,
the
the
trailer?
trailer
Yeah,
was
that looks pretty
nice,
sick.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to see more of
Really
those.
enjoyed it.
I want to see more of those, and I want to see more of the, you know, the story. What was the first one they released? They released like a one movie or short film or episode, right? And then they didn't do any more on it. You know, it's the one where they're, you know,
They summoned Bernard?
yeah,
something?
I
Yeah.
summon you, Bernard, like that thing. They're supposed to do more of those. Where is that? It's been
Yeah.
like
Oh,
what,
yeah,
half a
that's
year?
right.
Yeah, we're waiting for some more episodes, man. Start that up. I mean, I know everybody will watch that. I mean, okay, I can't speak for
Well,
everybody. I would.
maybe SWC really was that expensive that they just put
Oh,
a halt
true.
on that.
True. Or it's maybe still in development. I mean,
Yeah.
I hope that when they release that, or if they do release it, it's a lot in one time. Yeah, not just like one every month or something like that. It'd be really nice. All right, thank you guys for joining for the podcast. If you guys are watching for the YouTube channel, hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's podcast. I think this week's podcast was quite interesting. We talked a lot of different topics, and we had some great discussions today. Yeah, about a variety of things, not just, you know, buffs, nerfs, or just Summoners War in general. It was really nice today. If you guys would like, please hit that comment, hit that like, hit that comment down below. Yeah, I always look through those and try to improve the podcast even more. Yeah, that's what I read every single week. So please put your suggestions down there, and make sure you subscribe as well. I'll put the links to all their Twitch channels since everybody here is a consistent Twitch streamer. So I'll be putting their links down below for you guys to enjoy. Somebody here is streaming all the time. Yeah, definitely. Thompson is on all the time. Yes, definitely. But all right, thank you guys for joining me. Yeah, and we'll see you guys later,
Thanks for
YouTube.
having
Thank
us,
you guys for
Brian.
watching. Yeah, thank you guys so much for your time.
See you guys. Thank you.
Peace.
See you guys later.